beautiful booktubers. I am here today to talk about my 24 in 48 readathon experience. Now the 24 in 48 readathon, for those that don't know, is a challenge, and the challenge is that you have to clock up 24 reading hours over a 48-hour period. I decided to do this because I saw it on somebody else's blog. I think it was on Eleanor Reads Books, and it sounded quite fun, and I've never done a reading challenge before, and I knew I had the Diversathon down for this week, so I thought I might as well do it. So I signed up and I got my TBR ready, of which I made a film for that. If you want to see that, I'll link that below. And then on Saturday morning, as soon as I woke up, I got stuck in. So throughout the day, the website, which is 24in48.com, does various challenges. I think it's every 3 hours. They talk a bit about what they're doing, or it might have a theme, and they'll ask you to do something. So I took part in a couple of those challenges over the day, and that was really fun. But mostly I just knuckled down and got reading. Now the first book I chose was Shift by Hugh Howey. I think it was a bit of an error choosing a 600-page book as the first book in a challenge, because it did feel like a really long slog, and I kept seeing on Instagram and Twitter that people were on to the second and third books and I was still on my first. So I think as much as I did enjoy the book, I think if I did it again, I would probably go with a few shorter books, or at least one shorter book to get myself going. That said, I did really enjoy Shift. It is the second book in the Wool trilogy by Hugh Howey, as I said earlier, and it goes back. It is a prequel to Wool. So Wool is about the people that are living in these underground silos and their lives and what happens to them living there, and the hierarchy and what happens when anarchy hits. Shift is the precursor to that, and it's about how they all ended up in these silos. And it's a really tense book, and I think reading that as part of a readathon, I found that quite tiring because I knew what was coming. I knew what happened in Wool, so I knew this wasn't going to end well. Yeah, I think I found it a bit hard with that. Maybe I should have read something a bit happy and fluffy and it would have made me feel a bit better. But I read it. It took me 11 hours to read Shift, but I read it, and then I moved on to Lumberjanes Volume 1. I did enjoy that. I didn't love it. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of great things about Lumberjanes, and I'm wondering if I'll get more into it when I read the second volume. I liked the theme, which was like girls together, friendship, you know, coming through, having experiences. I liked that, but I don't know, it's sort of chopped up into separate little stories, and I couldn't really get into that. And I think that might well be my issue, but I'll be giving Volume 2 another read, so hopefully I like that more, because that is on my list for this week for the Diversathon. And after that, I started Nnedi Okorafor, The Book of Phoenix. I didn't get very far through that before I started feeling pretty tired. I ended up tapping out at 19 hours. As much as I enjoyed it, I needed to do something else other than reading with the end of my weekend. So as much as it pained me to do it, I really wanted to get through to the 24 hours. I didn't. I think looking back next time, I may put an audiobook in there and get on it that way and see if I can pass the time doing it like that. But overall, I found the 24 in 48 really interactive, really fun, really positive, and it was a good start to get me into the Diversathon for this week. So I think I definitely will do it again. So that was my first readathon experience. I have to say I really enjoyed it. Did you guys take part? And if you did, how did you find it? And do you know of any other readathons that are coming up that I could take part in? Please let me know down below. That's it from me today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. Okay, I'll be back soon. Big hugs. Bye!